It's no secret that the largest planet in the solar system is Jupiter. Compared to Earth, it looks incredibly huge, but compared to the leaders of the entire universe, Jupiter itself will look tiny. With you inexhaustible cosmos. And in this issue I will show you the largest planet in the universe, as well as share facts about the most unusual planets and cosmic theories that will surely impress you. WASP-17b. The discovery of the planet WASP-17b, which by the standards of space took place quite recently, has become a real breakthrough in the world of scientists. This exoplanet is located about 1,000 light-years from Earth, and has a number of features. Firstly, it is the first discovered exoplanet that moves in a retrograde orbit, that is, it rotates around the star in the direction opposite to the rotation of the star itself. Secondly, this planet is a real giant. Scientists believe that this is the largest planet in the universe. It is about 1.9 times larger than Jupiter. Its diameter is larger than the diameter of any known exoplanet. What's more, this planet is even larger than some stars. For example, it is not the small star OGLE TR-122 that is inferior to it in size. This confuses scientists, because they believe that in theory WASP-17b should not exist at all. This giant planet violates the laws of physics, changes the understanding of how large planets can actually be. Another interesting fact is that WASP-17b has an extremely low density, which is why it falls under the category of loose planets. This is a scientific term describing planets with an extremely large radius and a very small density. And although many call WASP-17b the undisputed leader of the maps, this exoplanet has a competitor. A few years ago, scientists discovered the amazing planet HAT P67b. After conducting a study, they calculated that this planet could be larger than the giant WASP-17b. Thus, HAT P67b is most likely the planet with the lowest density in the entire universe. It has another interesting feature: the planet is located so close to its star that it makes a complete revolution around it in a little less than 5 days. By the way, recently astrophysicists discovered another planet that is located extremely close to its star, so close that such a planet should not exist in principle. However, it breaks all the laws of physics. Look further to take a look at it, as well as other amazing objects in space. Learn the most unusual mystical, cosmic theories. LTT 9779b. This planet is very close to its star. If the giant HAT P67b makes a revolution around the star in about 5 days, then it is a representative of the class of ultra-hot Neptunes, rounding its star in only 19 hours. Astrophysicists believe that the temperature of the planet should exceed the melting point of steel, which in theory makes the existence of LTT 9779b impossible. The planet should have evaporated a long time ago, but it continues to exist. After making calculations, astrophysicists found out that the surface temperature of the planet is about 2000 degrees Celsius. This is a lot, but much less than the temperature that was originally assumed. How is this possible? According to scientists, this planet is also unusual because, due to dense clouds, it reflects most of the light falling on it. Absorbed by the upper layers of the atmosphere, heat is emitted in the form of infrared radiation back into space. Therefore, the planet has not yet flared up. GJ367b. Another planet in this collection, which even reputable scientists call impossible. The planet GJ367b, which by cosmic standards was discovered just the other day, is similar to those I have already told you about. It orbits around its star very quickly. A year there lasts only 8 hours. Even our fast Mercury, which makes a revolution around the Sun in 88 days, is still a slow snail. Compared to this fast-moving space object, astronomers calculated that due to its extreme proximity to its star, GJ367b receives 500 times more radiation than the Earth from the Sun. Under such extreme conditions, any atmosphere should have evaporated long ago along with any signs of life. However, the GJ367b is still holding up. It is also surprising that the neighbors of this strange planet may be in the habitable zone, that is, the living conditions on these exoplanets may be close to those on Earth. It is known how this is possible, but the cosmos knows how to surprise with its riddles. The next mystery is next, but this is not a planet, but a black hole. Throughout history, astrophysicists have discovered a bunch of different black holes, but only recently they stumbled upon an unusual wandering black hole. It is as if she is right in our galaxy, and the peculiarity is that she travels alone through the Milky Way at a speed of 45 kilometers per second. Astrophysicists have determined that this black hole is located at a distance of just over 5,000 light-years from Earth. The speed of its movement suggests that it was apparently discarded by the supernova that gave birth to it, which sent it on a lonely journey through the galaxy. Although the speed of this wandering giant is impressive, on the scale of space it is nothing. This black hole does not pose a danger to us, but everything is not so rosy. Scientists believe that their sensational find is just the tip of the iceberg, and that the Milky Way is most likely packed with a lot of wandering black holes. Very soon, one of them may be near us. After that, it will consume us. But in general, not all black holes are voracious objects that do nothing but suck in everything that is nearby. This is confirmed by a recent finding of scientists a few months ago. They found a black star that does not absorb stars, but rather generates them. The discovery became a sensation, because this is the first case of such a phenomenon known to science. The unique black hole is located in the Hennessy 2.10 galaxy, 30 million light-years from Earth. The stars in this galaxy are much smaller than in our Milky Way, and the black hole is located in the center. In this regard, a supermassive black hole contributes to star formation. By compressing clouds of gas, they prevent this and do not absorb stars, as is usually the case. In the images obtained from the Hubble telescope, the researchers noticed a stream of hot gas connecting the black hole and the region closest to it, where stars are forming. Speaking of black holes, one theory is that it was a giant black hole that gave birth to our entire universe. However, according to the most common version, the universe was created by the Big Bang. I think you've all heard about this theory, which explains the beginning of everything. According to it, the universe did not arise from the singularity of a tiny compressed particle, which is still expanding, stretching, and simultaneously cooling, moving further beyond its original point of formation. But what if everything is wrong, and the Big Bang was the result of a big collision? Some theorists believe that our universe was born as a result of a collision with another universe. In this theory, the universe has a cylindrical shape, and the events occurring in it are periodically repeated. And although many modern scientists consider this theory not interesting, and in their opinion it is too complicated and not completely logical. But what exactly is the universe? In fact, this word does not have a clear definition. Someone considers the universe an infinite cosmos, someone the whole world, and someone does not even know how to describe this huge something. There are also those who believe that the universe is an illusion. According to this theory, our bodies are not really three-dimensional objects, but instead we all live inside a two-dimensional hologram. The idea that the universe is a hologram is based on the assumption that space and time in the universe are not continuous. Instead, they are represented by pixels, so you cannot zoom in on the universe indefinitely, penetrating deeper and deeper into the essence of things. Upon reaching a certain value of the magnification scale, the universe takes the form of an image with a very low and informative quality. Pulsars and beacons. Whatever the universe is, in fact it is still beautiful. One of the most remarkable objects in the universe are pulsars. Space sources of various types of radiation that come to Earth in the form of pulses, but this is the official definition of scientists who have been observing these emissions for decades. Many theorists believe that pulsars are not just random signals coming from certain corners of space, but meaningful signals sent to us by representatives of alien civilizations. For this reason, theorists call pulsars giant beacons of aliens. In a little more detail, pulsars are sources of radiation. They release it every few seconds or hundredths of seconds. During its rotation, the released beams of this energy pass through the entire universe. Regular repetitive pulsar emissions are accepted by some theorists as a means of communication. And although so far none of the received signals from these space objects has been so complex or structured as to indicate that this pulse is a form of communication or a message, theorists do not lose hope. They believe that we just haven't received the long-awaited signal yet, or that we haven't learned how to properly analyze mysterious pulsars yet. And who knows, maybe the more advanced civilizations of the universe are waiting right now for us to evolve and be able to decipher their messages. Pulsars and beacons. Whatever the universe is, in fact it is still beautiful. One of the most remarkable objects in the universe are pulsars. Space sources of various types of radiation that come to Earth in the form of pulses, but this is the official definition of scientists who have been observing these emissions for decades. Many theorists believe that pulsars are not just random signals coming from certain corners of space, but meaningful signals sent to us by representatives of alien civilizations. For this reason, theorists call pulsars giant beacons of aliens. In a little more detail, pulsars are sources of radiation. They release it every few seconds or hundredths of seconds. During its rotation, the released beams of this energy pass through the entire universe. Regular repetitive pulsar emissions are accepted by some theorists as a means of communication. And although so far none of the received signals from these space objects has been so complex or structured as to indicate that this pulse is a form of communication or a message, theorists do not lose hope. They believe that we just haven't received the long-awaited signal yet, or that we haven't learned how to properly analyze mysterious pulsars yet. And who knows, maybe the more advanced civilizations of the universe are waiting right now for us to evolve and be able to decipher their messages. Pulsars are a real mystery of the cosmos, but many theoretical scientists call dark energy an even more mysterious mystery. According to some theorists, if you look at the universe or part of it for a long time, this process will destroy it, and some people believe that observing dark energy will destabilize our reality. To make it clearer, let's take a look at the numbers. At the moment, scientists believe that matter occupies about 4% of the space in the universe. More than 26% is devoted to dark matter, which cannot be touched and seen because of its properties. But scientists are aware of its existence because of its gravitational effects that it produces on other objects in space. Approximately 70% of the space that remains is occupied by dark energy. Scientists are not quite sure what it is yet, but it is this invisible force that, in their opinion, is an accelerating factor in the expansion of the universe. Scientists believe that observing dark energy can shorten the lifetime of the entire universe. This happens as a result of the quantum Zeno effect of the paradox, according to which observation of an object can directly affect this object. Simply put, by observing dark energy, we can knock down its internal quantum clock, which in turn can cause matter to return to an earlier form of its existence. As a result, the end of the universe will come. Well, write in the comments what do you think will be the end of the universe. And also, if you were interested, put likes and subscribe to the channel.